Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 Podcast. I'm your host, Crimson Sin.
And 15 PCA.
Be sure to follow us over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. Join the discussion over on Discord, link in the description below. And if you're enjoying the videos, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit that bell for notifications. Episode 2 of Picard, Maps and Legends, or Legends and Maps.
Such a dumb name.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
It's just, it's boring. Good Lord, it's just boring.
And I don't mind the tech talk, but it's coming from a bad place is the problem, is what makes it bad.
Also, we have very boring talking scenes, and the camera keeps moving from left to right, to down angle, to left, to right.
And being behind glass?
Yeah, there's like it will go behind like a vase or something, distort the image.
And it's just distracting.
And it keeps going left to right. It keeps doing it.
Not for the cinematic stuff like that.
It's because they know the dialogue is garbage, and it's really, really dry and boring. Yeah. So they're trying to use the camera to spice it up. Maybe write better dialogue.
Yeah, and also another problem is everyone's talking kind of softly, so it makes it really hard.
It's the ultimate. You couldn't get any more boring.
They need to be. If you were going to do these lines, it should have been more dramatic in the talk, a little bit more. To add something to it.
Come on, let's pick it up.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit. So we get, it opens up and it shows what happened on Mars 14 years ago. So we get the surface of Mars, and, we can see some of the ships. These were building the rescue vessels. Yeah. To go save Ron.
And I think it was First Contact Day, too. Which
because that was from that thing where the girls beat each other up. Remember that short?
Yeah,
same exact thing. Yeah. I guess they have a bunch of datas, basically. They're synthetics. And the guy who they're in a storage locker. They're not treated like crew members or anything.
They're not treated like equals.
They're treated like tools.
Like property in that.
Because that's what they did to Data, right? They treated him like a tool.
No,
wait a minute.
He was a sentient being. These are too.
Good morning, plastic people. Why don't you just call them N-words? I don't know what the hell. Why?
So weird.
Oh my God. So they're slaves.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Remember, this is the same Federation that gave sentience and give rights to the Doctor, and he's just a hologram.
Yeah.
You got even more argument to say he's not alive compared to these androids.
That are actually physically
there, yeah.
So where's he?
I know.
Wouldn't he be against all this?
It's ridiculous. This is against the very code of the Federation. And remember the episode, speaking of Maddox, where they wanted to make a bunch of datas, and they said that would be a bad thing, because then they would become like slaves if we started using them like tools. And look what they're doing. They're doing the very thing that they said they weren't going to do.
I don't know. We get some outside shots, and the special effects are good to bad. Yeah, and some of this, especially the buildings. We ragged on the Orville for some of the buildings outside looking bad. These look just as bad. Yeah. Some of these exterior shots look like a cutscene from a video game.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Whatever. So we get the crew of the Nostromo. No, we get the people working down the
thing. It looked like it. I'm serious. It did.
So they're all like, yeah, we're regular working Joes. And they're down there, and of course the synthetic worker gets down there and is trying to be personable, but it's not as good as Data. How socially awkward Data was. These things are a million times worse.
Oh yeah, especially in the first seasons of Next Generation. Yeah, he was like that.
He walks in and good morning, and then it's talking and has a weird awkward smile. He was just trying to be more personal. Yeah. It's not as good.
No.
So they're talking to it, and they're kind of nice to it, but then they're kind of sending at the same time.
Yeah.
Then
and then they do this what's brown but sticky joke.
Yeah, and he does, and he starts naming off all these things that are brown and sticky, and he's like, "It's a stick. Sticks are sticky."
So dumb.
Okay, that's a silly.
It was silly. It was a little endearing, and again, I liked his interaction. This was kind of interesting for about a moment.
That's it's a joke that you get on a popsicle stick. The little stupid silly on the Laffy Taffy. That's what kind of joke that is.
Yeah.
But then he's doing his job, and he goes into the other room, and the other girl, he really creeps me out. And they're kind of talking crap to him. You can tell a couple of the crew members hey, he's a part of the team.
Yeah.
And the other of them are kind of racist.
Yeah, come on, really? Seriously?
Then, as they're talking, and then they cuss, because that's Trek now. We cuss now.
Exactly.
Oh my God. And there's some brown sticky Okay, we get it. It's caca.
Yeah, exactly. And it's and they go, and then they that cute little scene we said about the joke gets destroyed.
Yeah.
And these parts, he just gets stupid, gross.
It's cuss. And then they cuss again later on, too. It's ridiculous. But this is, I guess, when Order 66 gets executed. So you can see, in his eyes, they get all flashy or whatever. And then he starts, working on the computer super fast. And hey, what are you doing? What's going on? And I guess that's when they lowered all the shields. This is all the attack happened on Mars. alarms go off and everything, and one dude just like walks up there. And I'm thinking, they know how incredibly strong he is, right?
Yeah.
What did you think he was gonna do?
He just broke the guy's neck because he's an idiot and went right up to him.
That'd be like me jumping into a lion's cage, me trying to calm down a wild animal. It's gonna just kill you, freaking idiot.
What are you doing?
Know what I thought? There was a bunch of wrenches on the wall. I thought he was gonna at least try to hit him with something. Something?
No.
This isn't a normal dude. So it keeps doing its thing, and you can tell that it's going evil. Then one of the ladies gets on the radio saying, worker, blah, blah, blah.
He said, man, down. He ain't down. He's dead.
Yeah.
They ain't down.
But we see that, I guess this is how I turn off all the protections. All the shields went down.
Mm-hmm.
Then the robot is done doing its thing, picks up the freaking bolt caster thing from Dead Space. It looks exactly like it.
Yeah, another ripoff of a sci-fi.
And then proceeds to kill everyone. Question, why didn't any of these people run for that thing and start shooting him?
What I would have done is said, okay, guys, I'm going to run at him. You guys try to grab the weapon. Something.
He's going to kill me, but you're going to kill him.
Yeah. No one thought of that.
No, they just got on the radio and let him murder everyone.
Yeah.
Same. Wouldn't it have been better if he would have got up and then grabbed the thing and he put it in his, then he did the thing, so when he tried to come up to him, he already had it on him? No, it was like on the opposite wall.
Well, that would have took some thought to do that. That would have been smart.
So he kills everyone, and then we see all the explosions and all the stuff from the trailers and stuff. And then he's ordered to kill himself, and he just does.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. Back to present day, and Picard in this series is one step away from being a Mr. Magoo, blithering old idiot. Almost.
He literally, you could swap him for when he acted like in Logan, it'd be the same thing.
Yeah, like he's like lost his mind. And,
yeah.
Oh, no, what is happening? And everyone has to explain everything to him.
Yeah. And not in a nice way, in a condescending.
It's this lady, this Vulcan lady that's like, I guess, one of his handlers or whatever.
Or Romulan.
Yeah, Romulan lady. And she just, this is where we get Exposition Central. It goes on for like 100,000 hours explaining what's going on here. So, apparently, we all know who the Tal Shiar are. Everyone knows who they are. They're like the Gestapo of the Romulans, Very hardcore. We do the F we want. And apparently there was another shadow faction that's thousands of years old.
That makes no sense. Because Romulans were originally Vulcan. And I think they left, I'm not sure, but I think they left Vulcan hundreds of years ago. So how is this other organization around? It doesn't make any sense. And they didn't want to fight in the Dominion. We're out. Our hands are clean. We're not going to help you guys.
And you're like, because when she starts explaining this, we like pause it. I'm like, so you're telling me during like the Dominion War, like you're saying, the founders weren't able to find these people?
No. They found everyone else, besides, obviously 631 was too good to get found. But everyone else got found. The Maquis, the Tal Shiar, the Sitting Order, but not them. They were still there.
Just too damn good.
Yeah.
And like you said, Section 31. Where the hell is Section 31?
I know.
As soon as like that Mars tech happened, everyone in Section 31 would be like, how the F did we not know this was happening?
It's funny. In Discovery, they're everywhere. But for some reason, now we don't see them. Now they're not there. It's stupid. Doesn't make any sense.
So she goes on explaining how... Did she say her mom was part of... What are they called? The Valks something? They have a weird name.
It's stupid. I don't remember. It's just a dumb name.
I'm not going to remember it.
Yeah.
So she's explaining, I guess, like her mom was part of it?
Or something
or like her dad or something. And they do this throughout this whole entire episode. Let's say, like, hey, what if we were talking and then they show another scene that like took place during another time, and then it keeps cutting back and forth.
It was so weird and disjointed. It made no sense.
And look at this shot. It's pretty janky. These buildings, this apartment, the outside apartment.
Exactly.
Looks pretty bad. So Picard and this lady transported to inside this apartment, and
no security?
You could just do that?
Yeah. There's security nets all over. There's no way you could transporting without them knowing about it. And they know it's unauthorized. They don't belong in this house. It's not to theirs. What?
So anyone can. He should have posed as the pizza guy. That'd have been hilarious. So these two conversations are happening. They go to what's her face's apartment where her boyfriend got killed, and she's explaining who these Vox-Shock whatever people are. And both these conversations are happening concurrently at the same time. It's confusing. They should have just went to the stupid thing and then went back here. Yeah. What was his back and forth?
It was so bad when Crimson was about to comment on it when we paused it. I finished the sentence. I knew exactly what he was talking about. Why is this happening? This scene should have been before this scene.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
And the camera never. And again, we complained about this in Discovery. The camera never stops moving.
No, it's dumb.
So then, just more condescending stuff. She has like this scanner thing that can like recreate like a scene from like biometrics, like just because you.
And Picard says they're not that reliable.
Oh, that's exactly what we wanted you to think. Oh my god. So they had all this advanced technology, didn't use it in them anymore. That's close to not existing.
Yeah. And
they just we keep it in wraps.
I know, so stupid.
That's why retcon that. Why do that? This is how I would have done it. Okay. The Romulans, something happens, don't make it to where it's separatists or whatever, or maybe we keep it to separatists or whatever, but they came in contact with another alien race that gave them all this advanced technology. And they're like, this is our time to break away from the Federation. Yeah. But no, it was just them all along.
Yeah, or then they could say, the reason why I used that Picard, that's the old scanner, this is the new one we got from this technology that gave us that ability to do that. But no, that would be too much to do.
So this thing can recreate the past. Okay.
So weird.
So we see that whole scene where she's sitting there with her boyfriend, and then as soon as he's about to get killed, everything disappears. She's like, damn, whoever was the scrubbers who did this did a really good job.
Yeah.
They basically overloaded it with these, like, I don't know. Again, this is like their tachyon pulses, but they didn't say that. That's what it was, tachyon things. Mm-hmm. And that's what kind of made it to where they can't scan it anymore. But this whole conversation keeps jumping back and forth between the house and... She's like, I guess what they did was actually dangerous. Like, it's almost like radiation almost. Mm-hmm. But they did it to cover their tracks. Then they're like, so everything makes it look like nothing happened. But then they start talking about like, maybe there is something here that there's supposed to be in plain sight that you would have missed. Like, Picard picks up, I don't know, like a Toblerone. What the hell did he pick up? It's like a stick.
It's green. But why would they leave that there?
Yeah, it's just
they did everything so well, but they left that there.
So they look in the call logs, and as she looks at it, everything looks so normal it looks out of place.
Yeah.
So like they're doing something with incoming calls, outgoing calls. This takes forever to explain.
This should have been 20 seconds, but it's like 5 minutes of this.
It goes on and on and on about these calls, and this kid looked like this, and she had a sister. So when we first saw the first episode, we thought, she didn't know she had a twin, but she did know, just never told Picard, like, remember when Picard sat her down?
Why don't she say something?
And remember when he was telling you about her memories and everything? She's like, oh my God, I have a sister. Yeah. What about her? She just never brought that up to Picard.
So dumb, I know, right? Wouldn't you do that?
That would have made more sense if she never knew she had a sister.
Yeah, but now they made that stupid now.
So yeah, they're looking up the call logs, and she figures out one call came from the sister, and she does some,
and it's on the planet, and Picard's all shocked. Well, because this isn't like, an intergalactic federation where they could do that.
The calls are coming from not on Earth. Dun dun dun.
Yeah, that happened now. That'd be shocking, but not that time.
Yeah, like they're so shocked.
Yeah, it's stupid. Now they said it was deep in Romulan space. The call came from. Okay, that'd be different, but that didn't happen.
The signal loses. It goes beyond. The beta gamma.
It's outside the Federation, outside any known space. Okay, no, that wasn't. It's just an outgoing call.
This call was decrypted with only a protocol that's only known to that Valkshock people.
Yeah, but we can't do that.
Something, anything. Not it came off the planet. That's it. That's the shocker.
I'm sure there's millions of calls that come off the planet.
And then this whole time where she's explaining it, Picard is just kind of like the
like you said.
He is the she's Sherlock Holmes. And he's Watson.
Yeah.
Flip it. He needs to be the damn hero.
No, she's Mr. Peabody.
Yeah.
She's the idiot boy kid.
Quiet you.
I know, right?
Then we get to the Borg cube, and we have this really long, drawn-out camera floating through the cube, and we hear the talking, and I'm like, oh God, they're in bed together. Yep. This guy after meeting him for 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, of course.
What up? What the hell?
I know, seriously?
Talking about having no self-respect, my God. Literally, she didn't even go on a date, and she's screwing this guy.
And give him no offense. I mean, I don't look at guys or anything. He's not that good looking.
He's got some messed up teeth.
Yeah.
He's got the accent, but he needs to shave, and he's got some effed up teeth.
Yeah,
but that's good enough for this girl?
Yeah. And I think she's cute, but it's like, my goodness, I guess.
So, like, the camera takes 5,000 million years to get to the bedroom, and they're just all over each other. Of course, she can't be topless. No, she's in her space underwear, and they're just talking about stuff, and I guess he has all his Romulan secrets. Oh, can't you tell me anything? They just have this long, drawn-out conversation that's not interesting.
No, I was like, this is boring. I know, it's been more boring.
Is there anything you can't tell me? And like, I can't tell you anything. And they're getting ready because I guess the bell to work, the steam whistle.
We don't know where these people come from, by the way. Were they recruited? Or are they here?
On the secret
They look like they're voluntarily, but Why would you help Romulans on a Borg cube if you're a human? That doesn't make any sense.
And, we forgot to mention that she says that this Kal Shal, Valk Shal, whatever they are, they hate AI. They hate anything because all their computers are just, they don't have personalities.
Well, why would you attack at that time when your planet needs you the most? That's bizarre.
It's so weird. There's got to be something.
That's so bizarre. That makes no sense.
Maybe because they were working on this Borg thing and they hated that, so maybe they were trying to this is punishment for doing that. There's got to be a reason. But think about it.
Stupid.
But if you think about it, think of it as like a religious extremist. Look at all the crazy stuff they do and kill their own people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is just on an intergalactic level.
And not only that, where are the Remys during all this?
Who cares?
I know, right? What happened to them? I mean, are you serious?
So after she's getting ready in her little sports bra and panties, which is nice, they just kind of have we could be together, but it has to be like a secret or whatever. And it's like, but we find out he knows that she's that other Data, basically.
Yeah,
the
so
other
why is he
sister.
even seeing
He's
that?
banging it.
Yeah. That's not your mission, you...
Yes, it is. That's my mission. Then we get back to Picard, and he's talking to his doctor. From Stargazer, it's and he's
That's
like, oh,
cool.
wow, I thought we were going to contact with things. He wanted to come talk to him in person because Picard's ready to go to space.
He needs to get okayed.
Basically pass his physical.
Yeah.
And once I do that, I can go to Starfleet and let me get a ship, and I can go figure this whole mystery out. Then he's like, oh, and they start reminiscing about stuff, and he's like, I remember on the Stargazer, we did this, and he's like, he's like, you're stuck, you're stalling, just let me know what's going on. He's like, everything about you's fine, but you have some neurological stuff going on.
Well, remember in the last episode, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the last episode of Next Generation, he gets Tuvok's when you start hallucinating and stuff, and they can't cure it. So maybe that's what he's getting, the big levels of that, maybe.
And then you lost your temper on the TV station thing. But we see in this episode multiple people losing their temper. So it's only bad when Picard does it?
Because he's a white male, that's
what the hell?
So ridiculous. But he was justified, that's the thing.
I think that lady was poking.
Yeah.
Don't poke the bear, I told you not to go there.
If anything, I'd be like, wow, I actually agree with Picard. I wouldn't look at it like, oh man, he's a dithering old man. That's not how I would see it.
But he's like, I can't certify you because, there's a lot of stuff that can go on and it all ends the same way, aka you going crazy and dying.
Yeah.
Then he's like, I'm asking you. It's just like my personal friend, just clear me. And he does it because it's when Picard asks you to do something, you freaking do it.
Yeah, and the best part is you want to go in the cold of space again. He goes in a heartbeat, yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, hopefully go out there and whatever's out there kills you before this gets you and kills you. But he does it for him, which is cool because that's what you do.
Yeah.
Then we get to Starfleet and we see him walking and he comes to it's Comic-Con.
We said that during the trailer.
The Comic-Con banner right there. It's so hilarious.
I reached San Diego. He's on.
Then these bastards are showing off the Enterprise and the holograms. Man, does that baby look good.
Yeah, it does.
Man, I want to see that thing in action.
Enterprise D.
That's my freaking thing. Give me the D.
Yeah.
He goes up, and this is the scene where he goes up to the counter, instead of this guy falling on his hands and knees and kissing his ass. Okay, so he's like, I have an appointment with blah, 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 blah. And he's like, your name? He knows who he is.
Come on, it's Captain Picard. Are you kidding me?
Admiral Picard.
Admiral Picard, yeah, but you
to us,
Captain.
You and me,
yeah,
it's Captain.
Come on, are you kidding me?
Then, he had to wear a little visitor's badge. There should be people carrying him on a golden freaking thing like King Xerxes up the stairs. My God, they treat him like garbage.
You know what? Nobody should be. As soon as he gets there, he should be mobbed by people. Oh, Picard, can I get your autograph? Oh my goodness, it's you. No, he's treated like he's nothing.
Oh, Admiral Picard, will you come to our academy and get the commencement speech? Will you give a lesson? Will you give a lecture? Everyone just walks by him again like the dithering, crappy, stupid old man.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Are you kidding me? He saved humanity how many times? Can't even count.
I don't know. Is this lady, is she from anything else? Is she... I don't know.
It looks like Aaron Muchayep. I don't know. It might be her.
I don't know. I don't catch people's names in these.
Because in Next Generation, him and Picard always butted heads. So I don't know if that's her, but I think it might be her.
The look on this... Okay, I'm going to say... the look on this bitch's face.
Oh, yeah.
My God. Little remember in freaking Who Framed Roger Rabbit, the dagger eyes? She could do it. It would have happened.
Oh, I know. The judge, yeah.
Lady hates Picard. Because he didn't just save humanity or anything. No. And what he's asking for isn't all that important.
No, literally, I love what he says. He goes, look, give me a ship. It could be like a mid-sized
I'm asking you for... I know we'll never see eye to eye on things. I just need a small favor. Like you said, a small vessel.
Small vessel with a small common crew, and if it's too uncomfortable, I'll demote me to captain. It doesn't matter, so I could go on this one last mission.
I want 2 things. A small crew and warp capable.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Yeah.
He didn't ask for weapons. He didn't ask for an armed escort. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
And here we go. Here it is.
This is the worst part.
I'm gonna bleep myself here. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
That's incredible to Picard.
To Picard. Of all people.
That would never happen to Michael Burnham. Not in a million years.
No, actually, it would happen and that person would die instantly.
Yeah,
like, remember that science officer?
Yeah.
Who had the audacity to downspeak to Michael Burnham.
But it was nothing like this.
And they killed him minutes later and nobody cared he died.
That was so
Pike
weird.
didn't care. Spock didn't care. Number 1 didn't care. No one cared that he died.
That's ridiculous. That's what I'm saying.
So she just goes on and just talking mad shit to Captain
After
Picard.
what you did, you want to have another crew. I would never give you another crew. It's like,
we were stretched too thin, and the Romulans are our enemies, and we didn't have it. And then she brings up something, the biggest bullshit of all time.
This is me off.
Well, when we were doing this thing about saving the Romulans, 14 members of the Federation said, if you do this, we're dropping out. Name them all. I want every name on that list.
There's no way, and you're telling me, I know they're enemies. You think the Vulcans would act like that? The Dorians, was it the Tellarites, was the original founding members of the Federation? I doubt that.
Here's the thing. Would the Klingons help? No. Would they say we drop out? They wouldn't say that either. They'd just be like, oh, we're too busy. Not even the Klingons would be like, we're leaving the Federation if you help them.
Yeah.
This is an ecological disaster. This isn't the Federation.
No.
We're getting to the point of Disney era Star Wars, where do I just consider this fan fiction and it's not really real?
Yeah,
it's not part of the canon.
It doesn't fit.
Name all 14 of those races, you bastards. Name them. I want to know.
I want to know. Now I want to know their names because I seriously doubt that.
What races?
And there were the minor ones. Who cares? Like, why would you care? Let them leave.
Go kick rocks, you freaking losers.
I know.
They depend on our stability, and this is the whole Trump thing. Oh, Trump. Oh, so there's better job numbers, but look at the price we have to pay, the people we have to sacrifice. This is that connection. This is the Brexit thing. This is Donald Trump. I'm sorry. It's so condescending.
Yeah, it is.
Let this happen to some new character. Don't do it to Picard.
Yeah.
And then oh God. So he just sits there and takes his tongue lashing. At least, this is when Picard stands up and he basically tells her to go F herself, but he's more cordial about it.
Yeah, because this is what I stand for, what Starfleet was, and you can't believe you're not going to help me here.
And then he's like, Starfleet the Federation does not get to pick and choose what races die and live.
And especially a race that's advanced. This isn't a pre-warp society. We're talking about the Romulans. This isn't a big galactic...
And she's like, yes, we do.
No, you don't.
I'm surprised when it came back she wasn't wearing a MAGA hat.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not surprised. So she just basically tells him, you dithering old stupid old man who just wants glory, you're just an idiot.
She didn't kick him out.
Yeah, I'm surprised she didn't beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Yo, you're just making all this stuff up about these Romulans. You're just a crazy old man. The request denied.
And she told the whole thing about the twins.
This isn't your house. This isn't anything to you. Get the hell out of here.
Ridiculous. Are you kidding me?
We get back to the Borg cube, and it's like a relic. They go on and we meet some doctor chick, and it gets us her first day, and then the other chick is helping her out, the other twin. Oh, and she's like helping her like button up her suit and everything, and she's like, "Oh, this is your first day? Oh yeah, I know." And oh yeah, this is the relic, and then she's worried because this is Borg.
Yeah.
She's like, "Is this connected to the collective in any way?" Then they explain that since this relic had some type of disaster happen to it, that the collective breaks off from it.
Yeah, but they still have transceivers on there. Did they disconnect all those? They're connected to each Borg. One goes off, it's dead. Those ships are going to be coming in.
And there's Borg corpses, Borg bodies on this thing. They are. You could not be playing with fire anymore.
At least that one lady's the only one that said, "Hey guys, I don't know about this. This is okay."
This is like giving a caveman a loaded gun.
Yeah.
He might point it at himself and pull that trigger, not knowing what he's doing.
Yeah, because
this is something this might kill them.
Why is every time, and I've seen in the past, any researchers the Borg, they end up becoming assimilated or dead. That's what happens. So you're messing with fire there.
But for an engineer, for a scientist, this is like a dream come true, but it's a scary dream come true. And I brought this up. How do these doctors and researchers get involved in this without knowing that they have a secret Borg cube?
Well, it's another thing that makes no sense. If the Romulans are practically on their knees now, you think the Federation let them have this? They don't know about this?
This is secret. This is that Val Shock, whatever. They're the ones hiding this.
That's ridiculous. Doesn't make any sense.
But if they hate artificial intelligence...
Why would they be helping with the Borg?
Because the Borg are partly organic?
But the way they make them sound like they're willing to sacrifice their own planet because of it. So why would they even want half of it?
Section 31 doesn't know about this? Is there anything that Section 31 doesn't know?
They know everything. They have their hands in everything. It's ridiculous. It's
so I'm gesturing to the air a lot. Then
because I don't know.
They gather all the new researchers, and then like there's like a guy doing the announcements. You are sitting on one of the most powerful, most deadliest weapons ever created in the thing, which is true. Borg cube is very powerful, but it's been disconnected. He goes through all that, blah 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 blah, and then he's kind of like. They have these special little badges, and if they go green, like danger, they get the hell out of there. But make sure you stay in the gray, like it stays gray. So we get some of that.
And she explains that to us for what she's putting to us.
We're that stupid. Then she looks over and sees that the British British Romulan. I don't know, Romulans are so hot. Oh my!
I'm not in the eyes, but no, he's not. Sorry.
Did you see the man's teeth? It looks like he uses teeth as a damn can opener. My God, fix your teeth. My goodness, he looks dirty.
Yeah, he does.
I don't know. I guess that's in Trek times. Oh, you don't even know it. I just got done. She didn't say that, but she might.
This is high school stuff. What is this?
So they're going to work, and then like he walks up to her, and they have to be like cordial, like they just weren't boning 10 minutes ago. Oh, I would like to see your work, because I guess they're dissecting some Borgs, some of the old Borgs, and that's when he explains how like this cube's disconnected, but something's gonna reconnect this thing.
Yeah,
and they're going to once this thing starts moving around. I don't care what defenses you have.
You're gonna get those people assimilated or killed. Is what's gonna happen.
But she's like, oh, you have to ask the director. You can't just come in on my autopsy. You have to be part of you have to get permission. Get back to Picard, and he's at his Picard de la Chateau. She's reading his Asimov book because that's always fun, and he sits her down. The doctor lady, the blonde one. And
but there's a question I have about things. They have a funny line about sci-fi, but the thing is, at that point, wouldn't it be considered non-fiction? Because now sci-fi would be kind of redundant when you have spaceships and everything.
But there's always got to be science fiction. It'd be more fantasy stuff.
Yeah, that's what I find it funny.
Because I never liked science fiction. I never understood.
Well, because you're living it. Because why would you? It's kind of like it's an argument.
Yeah, but aren't we living the science fiction of the 1800s?
Yeah.
So we still think of things.
Yeah, that's true.
That's probably the only joke I actually really liked.
That was funny.
So he keeps talking about everything that went down, and he's explaining to her
the lady from the institute,
and explaining about that Vox shock, whatever people, and she's like, oh yeah, and everything, but he basically tells her, yeah, bro, I want to get a ship, and I want to figure this out. I'm going to find Maddox, and I'm going to solve this mystery. I owe it to Data.
Yeah.
And she thinks he's crazy because it is kind of crazy. But this is Captain Picard. He can do whatever the hell he wants to do.
Yeah, she's actually treating him with reverence like everyone else should have treated him.
She's a lot nicer.
Yeah.
But again, this is another scene that just goes on forever. Yeah. We get to the autopsy, and they're taking apart a Borg. And they're, very autopsy-ish, removing left arm, and they're doing all this stuff like that. Yeah. And she calls these things unknown species, or the unknown. I hate it when you call them that. We're at work. Shut up.
Well, they're from another quadrant. We might not know who the alien races are, so...
They have a name. They have a species. Unknown is a name. This is something they did a lot in Discovery, where they had these face-to-face calling people out.
Yeah.
After they should have done the autopsy, then before everyone's exiting, hey, can I talk to you? Pull her aside. I'm not uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable with you calling them that. Can you please call them by their species
name?
But
they do. Everyone's got to be competition.
Yeah, it's all right in your face because I'm the baddest bitch in the galaxy.
At least this isn't the Federation, so
I just hate it. Though.
It's dumb. It's dumb, but
no reprimand for that for talking to your superior like that.
I know, right?
But they removed the eye thing, all the boards, and it makes a
nasty sound. And literally blood everywhere. I remember when they moved optical implants like that on the Borg. That never.
Yeah, it's had to be disgusting to be disgusting.
Yeah, it'd be gross. I mean, it was never bloody. I mean,
so we get back to Picard,
and she says, "Oh, now you're free." That's what she
because that's nice.
Yeah,
that's nice that she did that for that race. We get back to Picard, and he opens up his little box, and this is I love this, but that's just nostalgia. He pulls out his old badge, and it's the old style Next Generation badge. I'm like, yeah.
And he calls someone come pick me up,
and he's playing the old music.
Yeah,
and he looks up at the stars.
Best scene of the episode.
God, I love that. Oh my God, do I love that so much.
And this one should have ended the episode. It would have been perfect, but they did it twice now with that.
They give you another 10 minutes. Get back to Starfleet, and that lady that was talking mad shit to Picard is talking to some other commandant lady.
Yeah, she's a higher than an admiral, yeah.
Oh, and he started talking crazy talk about this and that, and secret agents, Romulan secret agents in the Federation, and da-da-da, what a dithering old man, he's so stupid, he's so dumb. Then she's like, you can tell she's concerned. I'm like, oh, she's part of it.
Of course.
So the very second she talked to him, she was part of it.
Yeah, it was. You could see it a mile away.
And then she contacts somebody to come in. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, okay, the wheels are moving here. Get back to Picard, and then that Romulan lady, his caretaker lady, drops the tea. What are you, crazy? Is this everyone talk shit to Captain Picard day?
I know.
They just condescend to this man.
It's ridiculous.
So he's like, yeah, I'm doing this. I don't care what anyone says. I'm going to get a ship. I want to go up there and I'm going to solve this problem because I owe it to Data. And damn it, we all owe it to Data. He gave his life for me, for the Federation, everything. And if there's anything I could do to save his daughter or save him in some way,
that's what he told to the Admiral too, and she still condescended Picard. Are you kidding me?
So she's like basically yelling at him, and it goes on for a million years.
And then the other guy's like, "Oh, you can't go on by yourself.
You need a crew." And he's like, "Yeah, I already made a call." So we know he's trying to assemble a crew. He's looking for a captain and all that. So he goes to Mos Eisley. It's so ridiculous. Some of the stuff is a little not Trek, and I don't really like it.
It's not.
So that's another 10 minutes.
Then you want to go with him, and she tells her husband and him, or I don't know if it's her brother or husband.
Yeah, I have no idea, and I really don't care.
Yeah.
But he's like, "Oh, you stay here. I already got plans that they get."
Because it's grape season next month, and they need more care than I do with the harvest.
They need more protection than I do.
Yeah.
We get back to that commandant lady. Calls in her the person she was talking to. She's like, "Look at this footage. Does that look like a phaser blast right there? The reflective off the thing." She's like, "No, it's not." So she knew they're the ones who scrubbed the data, but it looked like she left a little thing behind.
Yeah.
You didn't get everything.
Yep.
And then she's basically like, you destroyed the. She didn't even refer to her as a person. She referred to her as like an object, a thing. We got rid of it. So this lady is really one of those Valk Shock people.
Well, no, it's so weird about the whole thing is that I think they're gonna make Mannix a good guy. That's what it sounds like more and more because he's not doing anything wrong compared to what these people are doing. So
this lady's a Vulcan too, the one she called in, and she's like her fixer. And they're like, "Oh, we have to take care of this." Captain Picard is he's basically mentioning all these things. And there's another time where the camera goes left to right.
And behind glass.
Left to right.
And the flashing of the sun, my goodness.
Yeah, I did. Guest directed by J.J. Abrams. Then there's a zoom in on the lady's face. Then it's left, right, left, right, left, right. Zoom in on the face. Left, right, left, right, left, right.
Oh, confusing.
My God, leave the camera in one spot.
Yeah.
And the lens flares. Then she's like, "Oh, we need your best man on this." She's like, "Oh, he'll take care of it. Oh, I'm worried about that guy." So we don't know who this... I'm thinking it's her brother, right?
Yeah.
Is that who she was talking about?
Yeah.
Get back to Picard, and he gets dropped off at some desert place. And we see like a remote house thing. Some lady shows up with a rifle. Like, "Oh, get off my property," and it's Jean-Luc Picard. There's nothing you can say I want to hear. He's like, "Okay, fine, I'm leaving. There's just secret Vulcan guys on Earth. Romulans on Earth
that are assassinating
people." And she's like, "Well, what kind of wine did you bring? Is that the 86 or whatever wine?"
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah. So this is, I guess, where he's going to try to go get his
crew.
His crew. So we get back to that guy on the Borg cube, Mr. who's extra British. And
he gets really British on this
super British.
Only Star Wars that makes sense, not in Star Trek.
See, because Star Wars had that weird Shakespearean type actor stuff.
Mm.
But so this lady is the sister because he's looking at all those round ears that makes you look ridiculous. So she went under surgery to infiltrate.
Like a Vulcan. But the thing is that I guess that other lady wants her to go join Picard's crew.
Yeah, or shadow him or be close to him.
Get close as possible. Yeah.
So they go back and forth forever and ever and ever.
Oh, it seems boring.
And then she looks over the bed and sees it's all messy. Oh, I see you're already on top of things. So she knows that he's screwing what's her face.
And the fact that's your target, how weird. And they want some information out of her.
Like where the rest of them are.
Yeah.
But she's like, she hasn't told you anything, has she? You need if you don't give me any further information, you're basically a failure.
Yeah.
And it ends right there. What a long effing episode.
Yeah.
So much boring stuff.
You could have cut 20 minutes out of this and it'd been fine.
I don't know. All this back crapping in Picard, the Federation acting not like the Federation. 14 mysterious Federation members.
I want the names. I do. I want the names, all of them. Because I'll say call BS on this.
Excuse me. I don't know.
And then the thing is also, the Minion were so smart, they made it set it up where they thought they were destroying the Founder's homeworld, and they wouldn't. That's how they got rid of most of Telstar and its Ascending Order. But they couldn't get these Romulans.
They just laid back. They didn't want to really go to war with the Dominion.
That's so dumb. Guys, that's on the brink when you're going to get destroyed.
You just have to. They just retconned a bunch of stupid crap, and it's so dumb.
I think what you were saying is right. We're gonna have to treat this like we do
Star Wars
movies, where we're almost the point where they're not canon to me.
We're almost there.
I gotta treat these like these are books, like how the books aren't canon to Star Trek. These are just the books.
I don't know what to say. I do not.
And one part we forgot to say, and it's a major thing. They explain why Geordi and Worf.
Oh yeah,
this is the biggest part. This is such a
I literally blacked it out of my mind because it was so stupid. Because that other guy is like, you need a crew. Why don't you get LaForge? Why don't Worf? He goes. And Picard's like, that's why I don't ask them, because I know they'll risk everything for me out of obligation to me. Isn't that what you do for a captain? So you want a crew that's not gonna do that for you? Like, I don't understand.
Especially when you're older and you want people that have your back. These people don't have your back. I trust the lady he met now because I think she was probably former Starfleet
yeah, the doctor
officer.
lady.
Yeah, and the doctor. But I don't trust the other ones they showed in the trailer. He looks like a guy from Firefly. I can't trust that.
The whatever. What the hell was it called in Firefly? The stupid shit, the floating leaf or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's how they explain away what we want.
That's so stupid.
We just want to barf everywhere.
That's the TV answer. I want the real answer.
Yeah.
It's BS. It's BS.
So they can introduce you to these new characters you're gonna love, that you're not gonna love.
No.
But we'll watch every episode because I don't know. I'm an idiot. I stay in bad relationships with Trek.
Yeah.
If I can get through Discovery, I can get through this.
So far it's not as bad as Discovery, but that's not saying much. This episode was close to Discovery. It was
pretty Discovery-ish.
It was a 5. It was a 5 out of 10. It was pretty bad.
The only thing it's missing was them praising someone who doesn't deserve it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing the show's missing.
Thank goodness we don't have.
Yeah, we just don't. That's the only aspect of Discovery that isn't in this.
No, but my God, the bashing of Picard.
Yeah.
That scene with the Admiral was pathetic. He just asked for like almost a light science vessel. Nothing. He wasn't asking for a Galaxy-class ship. And they couldn't give it to him?
Nope.
And when they compromised, I'll even be a captain.
This isn't your house anymore. Especially didn't attack them.
I know, right? And we don't have enough ships. They have thousands of Federation ships. Thousands. Are you kidding me?
I don't know. I'm so apathetic towards this. Like, and when the new episodes come out, I'm just like, okay, let's watch
another
this.
one. And nothing gets me. When those attacked the Mars at the beginning, there's a bunch of Federation ships. Where do they go? Where do they disappear to?
Unless they did a whole thing where it shut down everything.
Maybe, but that doesn't make any sense.
Well, they're super. Does it make sense that this faction's been around for 1,000 years? Does that make any damn sense?
No, it doesn't. It's
so
stupid.
There you go. There's your explanation. They have magic powers.
Why can't they say these are remnants of the Tal Shiar? Can they just say that?
No, they're better than them. Okay. Remember when you thought they were bad? These are better.
Okay, so dumb.
Yeah, whatever.
It's ridiculous.
Crimson Saint here. Thanks for watching the video. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single upload. If you have any tips or story ideas, hit us up on Twitter at C15Podcast, or better yet, join our Discord server, link in the description below.